Subject: June 6th follow-up meeting with candidate. Hi, Roger and Carrie. I hope your week is starting out well. I met with Evan Slack this morning. His resume and my notes from the interview are attached. He appears to be a good fit for the position. I've scheduled a follow-up meeting for next Monday, June 6th at 2 p.m. Janet confirmed you're both available at that time to meet with Evan. I'll be checking references this week. Let me know if you have any questions before Monday. Best, Vance. Can you easily identify the main purpose of this message? Here's the main content. There was an interview, it went well, and now there's a follow-up meeting. These other parts aren't really necessary, but they do make the message more polite and more pleasant. In a message like this, it's a good idea to include a short, pleasant remark. Let's talk about adding pleasantries and other good practices in business email. Writing email in English with Jennifer.
Business email isn't always formal. Work-related messages can be very conversational. One thing to remember, however, is that business is business. That means you should remain professional at all times. In most situations, standard English will serve you best. I'd suggest avoiding non-standard spelling like gonna and text slang like OMG. There are some abbreviations and acronyms that are fine to use. They're quite common in business email. Some safe choices include FYI, for your information, BTW, by the way, and ASAP or ASAP, as soon as possible. Here are more tips for writing business email. Keep the same tone throughout the message. Remember who you're writing to and let your language reflect your relationship. Email in general is less formal than traditional business letter writing. Use language that is natural for you. Read your message before you send it off. That's a way to check for mistakes and to see if it sounds natural. For very formal messages, you'll probably want to avoid contractions, a lot of phrasal verbs, and other idiomatic expressions. In general, be brief. It's polite to include a pleasant remark right after the greeting. But beyond that, don't waste words. Make your point quickly. If there's a request, make it clear and specific. Remember to use please and thank you if there's a call to action.
Let's take a look at another model. This is Vance's message to Evan, the candidate. Hello, Evan. Thank you again for coming in to meet with me today. As agreed, I have scheduled a follow-up meeting with our directors, Roger and Carrie, for next Monday, June 6th at 2 p.m. Would you please confirm that you're available at this time? I look forward to seeing you again. Have a great week. Regards, Vance. The message is brief. The purpose is clear. Is the tone consistent? Yes, it is. And it's slightly more formal than the message that Vance wrote to Roger and Carrie, our first model. We have some pleasantries here. Can you spot them? There's actually one after the greeting and some more before the closing.
Here are some common phrases at the beginning of a message. I hope this message finds you well. I hope things are going well for you. Thanks for writing. It's good to hear from you. Thanks for the quick reply. Thanks for reaching out. Thank you for meeting with me yesterday. Now let's look at some common phrases at the end of a message. Looking forward to your reply. Hope to hear back from you soon. Have a great week. Have a great day.
Here's a final model. It's another message from Vance. The subject is Reference for Evan Slack. Hello, Corey. I hope this message finds you well. My name is Vance Sauer, and I work in the HR department of any company. As you may know, Evan Slack has applied for a position with us. He listed you as a reference. I'd like to speak with you sometime this week about his qualifications. Could you please let me know a time that's convenient for you? Thank you. Kind regards, Vance. Let's take a quick look at the parts of this message. Here's the greeting and the closing. Do they match in tone? They sure do. Spot any pleasantries? There's one, and here it is. It's a common one. As for the main purpose, Vance introduces himself and says what he needs. There's a request, and it's clear and specific. Vance is now ready to send off this message.
That's all for now. Thanks for watching and happy studies.
Remember to visit EnglishWithJennifer.com for more practice.